and welcome to the new edition of Cracking the Cryptic on Monday, 9th of October. I'm going to have a look at my solve today, and I'll just talk through some of the interesting aspects of it. It should be appearing on the screen about now. It was a nice puzzle today. I mean, I wonder about this this point we've mentioned before about Mondays being slightly easier. It felt slightly easier to me, but you know, I was still held up, you know, as usual in a couple of spots with sort of clues that, looking back on it, I wonder whether I should have been a bit quicker on, and I'm sure that, you know, the very best solvers will have been a bit quicker on. So you can see I managed to spot green gauge without the G at 1 across, and then recipe, which was fairly straightforward, at 1 down. Ellipse was more of a guess at 2 down. I could, you know, I wanted a 7-letter word for an oval beginning with an E. Well, it's sort of got to be ellipse. And speed solving, I think sometimes, you know, you have to be a little bit aggressive. If you're going to be very quick, you have to take small chances and you know, sort of make small assumptions. I certainly wouldn't say that I passed every clue completely in solving this puzzle. I mean, it took me less than 10 minutes, and you know, there were some clues where, in fact, you can see here what I've done is I've filled in half of answers. I could see that 10 across was going to be out of something, and I could see that 11 down was going to be, you know, fair and right, fair and, it turns out to be fair and square, but I could see it was fair and something, so, you know, I just put that in and tried to work with the letters. Poor, you know, this is an example of me being stupid. So what I do is I see father and I get par, and then I add the whiskey W, and then I see another W from the abbreviation for wife. And then I'm sort of thinking, well, is it somehow, what other fruit could it be? I've got too many, I need more letters here, and I just don't see that papa is in fact father in this particular instance. You know, which you know, I shouldn't have wasted any time on at all. Cheese served up for tea, not yellow, is another good example of, you know, I'm looking for a 4-letter cheese. I can immediately think of 3, so feta, which is the correct answer, brie and edam. I've got the E in there, so it looks like feta is correct. But, you know, it's actually quite a nasty wordplay there, because you have to remove OR being an abbreviation for heraldic yellow or something from the anagram in order to make that work. So, you know, that took a little bit of thought. I was pretty confident it was right. Same with deduct, actually. Take away conduit after damage on outside. So take away, obviously, that can be deduct. Conduit turns out to be duct, and then damage on the outside is DE for the external most letters of damage. You know, and not so bad, but, you know, just when you're under pressure, sorting out the wordplay completely can be tricky. Certainly that was true as well in 8 down, which breaks down correctly as guarded, being wary on the outside of bluster for rant, something which a salesman often offers, being a warranty. And you can see that I've now got to 6 down, which was my last answer. I probably spent 2 minutes in total on this clue. What's designed to hold back architect of Scottish nationality? Well, when I first read it, I thought it was a hidden. I thought it would, you know, the exact answer would appear reversed in what's designed. It turns out it's slightly simpler than that. What's designed to hold back is just a definition of a dam being something that holds back water. And Adam is, well, I think there's at least one Scottish architect called Adam. And there may have been 2. I think there was a Robert and a William, who were father and son, who appear in the list of, you know, great Scottish architects. So which one is being referred to here, I'm not sure. But yeah, that was a piece of ignorance on my part. I mean, I'm just not that familiar with you know, Scottish architects, and you know, and the wordplay was clever enough to to delay me there. I like the clue 29 across, dull person's tidy bed, 8 letters. And the reason I like it is because tidy bed sort of sounds like an adjective describing a bed being in a good state of tidiness, whereas actually it's being used as a verb. To tidy a bed is to deadhead. So really cool misdirection of the clue, and with a dull person being a dead head. So I thought that was probably my clue of the day. Actually, I really like that. I don't think it took me too long, but it certainly raised a smile when I solved it. Which other clues did I think? Acrobat we can see is already in there, and that's just a croat around the B. No, not too bad. And then the prevailing attitude for climate, well, again, it's not too tricky, but it's not too tricky because I had a starting C, and I think I had the I and the E when I solved that. The cutting contributions to the Treasury uncovered. You desperately want that. It's a 3-letter answer. You're sort of trying to work out how tax can be the answer, and in fact, it's it's taxes without its external letters. So, another nice piece of misdirection from the setter. And I showed my IT ignorance. I think it's IT ignorance, at least on 19 down, for dog seen in mother's picture file. I could see mother's was probably Mars, M-A-S. And then a picture file I always think is a GIF, but maybe it's a TIFF as well. Some of our IT literate viewers can explain to me what's going on there. Luckily I knew griddle cake because the anagram in 26 across, so that wasn't too bad. And that D was crucial for me getting Odin. I managed to watch Thor, The Dark World, or whatever it was called, last night on TV, and I still didn't get Odin quickly for superhero roles, so that was a bit stupid. So now I'm on the last 2 clues, and you can see I've got 7 minutes on the clock. So, a Mark Goodliff, he's probably already been finished by a minute or 2 at this point, but he certainly is spending no time at all with this many letters in the grid. Solving these 2, he would write them in 3 seconds each, whereas I don't see the possibility of webcam. I thought of the word intercom, and I was trying to work out how to take out something from intercom to give me another word that I could put in at 15 across. A webcam with affected being camp, with a loss of power, so losing the P, it just, I don't know, it's clearly right at the end of the day, but remote sensor for webcam? Well, I mean, maybe. The definition there I think is slightly odd. It's okay. But you can see I've wasted a minute on this so far. I've put com in. You can see I'm thinking about intercom here, trying to work out what the hell's going on. But and I've corrected it. So that's taken me a minute and a half, just that one clue. And now I've moved on to Adam, which probably takes me another minute and a half. So yeah, slightly irritating this from my perspective, and in terms of speed solving, there will be a lot of you out there who are watching this thinking, goodness Simon is so slow. But yeah, the rest of it didn't feel too bad. So anyway, we'll be back again tomorrow. Probably Mark's going to do tomorrow's video, and I hope this has been in some way instructive to talk through Monday's puzzle. And we'll see you again soon. I'm just going to show you. I do eventually get this answer, because it's it was one of those that you can just see the time clicking away and ticking away. It's just infuriating. There we go. I've put Adam in now. I still don't submit, I don't think, so I'm still trying to work out why on earth this could be the correct answer. I was thinking of reversals of made. For something being designed, it's made, but eventually I do decide I can see how it could be a dam. And there we go, that's correct, 940, not too bad. Anyway, see you tomorrow, and thanks for watching.